Killer Evans Wanjala has been sentenced to life in prison for the horrific murder of 10-year-old Stacey Acheng in Moy's Bridge, Uasin Gishu County. Well, as Samira Mohammed reports, Justice Ruben Nyakundi ruled that the prosecution had convincingly demonstrated that Wanjala had planned and carried out the crime. Now, the judge described the act where Stacey was defiled before being killed as an offense against humanity and said the sentence reflects the gravity of the crime.
4 years later,
make sure that we are able to move.
Finally, the journey to finding justice for the 5 children who were brutally murdered by a self-confessed serial killer, Evans Wanjala, has come to an end.
No other person, because
with Justice Ruben Nyakundi issuing a life sentence to the self-proclaimed serial killer for the brutal murder of 10-year-old Stacey Acheng at Moy's Bridge in Uasin Gishu County.
Solemnly, Evans, for this offense of defiling this 10-year-old and killing him, I impose a life imprisonment sentence. And your 14 days to appeal.
In his ruling, Justice Ruben Nyakundi said the court was satisfied with the prosecution's evidence that Wanjala deliberately planned and executed the crime. He termed the killing an offense against humanity, noting that the minor was defiled before being murdered.
Which are the serious, which were planned, which were executed. And this is what I call an offense against humanity, which was done to this young girl.
Justice Nyakundi further said even though Wanjala had the choice of defiling the child and letting her live carrying the scars of defilement or sexual assault, he went ahead and brutally took her life. Nyakundi said at the time of the killing, between the year 2020 and 2021, many children were missing with a pattern of defilement and brutal killing in the same Moy's Bridge area.
Not only did this victim was defiled, but his right to life under Section 2003 was violated.
In his ruling, the judge noted that scientific evidence showed that DNA samples extracted from the deceased private parts matched with those of Wanjala, squarely placing the accused at the center of the crime.
But if you look for tangible evidence of remorse and regret, you will never find it. So your remorse and regret exist insofar as paper is concerned. And I not really see what we call a contrite heart of you seeking forgiveness to the family who lost this particular young girl.
Wanjala is linked to the brutal killing of 5 minors, but the High Court found him guilty in one of the murder cases he faces. In his frightening confession to the detectives at the onset of the case, Wanjala took investigators to various scenes where he reportedly committed the offences. Samira Mohammed for TV 47, Nairobi.